Hey everyone, this is Amy with Simply Elizabeth Crafts, and I have one more project to do with you using the Lucky Clover stamp set. Now, of course, this was a bundle originally, but the punch is sold out, but you can still certainly do many projects without having the punch. This is probably one of the only stamp sets that Stampin' Up! Has done since I've been a part of Stampin' Up! That is all St. Patty's Day. I know they've had some where it's had Happy St. Patty's Day or whatever, maybe one little 4-leaf clover or 3-leaf clover or whatever in it, but for it to be a designated St. Patty's Day, I think this is the first one. So, but anyway, let's dive in. We are going to fussy cut tonight. I didn't with my regular live just because it would have taken so much longer, but tonight, because we're only going to be cutting out one and it's only one project, we're going to fussy cut that so that you can see how easy it really is. All right, let's take our card base and we're going to fold it in half. Make sure I still have that folded in half now that I just moved it. We are going to stamp our inside with Granny Apple Green, and we are going to take, if I can pull it out quickly, we're going to use this to stamp off our grid paper, and I think you'll be okay with all that in the background. Try to get the most out of it, you know? All right, so we're going to stamp that off first, and we're going to put that over here in the corner. We're going to take this stamp, and then we're going to stamp it at full strength. Now, I'm going to actually go ahead and stamp outside of that a little bit. Those two stamps come from the Perched in a Tree. So it's your two splatter, what I call splatter stamps from there. All right, we're going to leave those there because we'll need to use them again. But let's grab our seal, and we're going to adhere this to the front of our, or to the inside of our card base. All right. So now let's take our other basic white cardstock, and we are going to stamp off, and we're going to do this a bunch of times. We're going to let it overlap like that. You can do less, you can do more, and then we'll just take our dot and make sure we get good coverage. I think I did a little bit more this time, but it's quite all right. I think it still looks good. All right, we'll set that aside for just a minute. We're going to go ahead and stamp our 4-leaf clover. Make sure I get it good and inked up. All right. And let's take some black memento, which I seem to have lost. I tell ya, I swear I start out completely prepared, but then, you know, it just never works out, but that's okay. You get to see me in my true crafting light, for sure. This is how it works whenever I'm sitting at my desk too, creating projects. All right. So that is all of our stamping. So I'm going to go ahead and move the grid paper out of the way so you don't have to see ugly grid paper and you can see pretty wood. We are going to take and cut this down to a smaller area. And then I usually lean whenever I fussy cut, but we're just going to slowly but surely. I'm a lefty, so it takes me just a few minutes to get my fingers in there. I also have short, fat fingers. Well, short, stubby fingers. So it does take me a minute to do a little fussy cutting. If you're right-handed, it will probably go a lot easier for you as well. I have all kinds of things stacking against me for fussy cutting. Might be why I don't like it as much, but this stamp set and this card makes it well worth it. And of course, if you do have that punch, feel free to go ahead and punch it out. All right. I think I need different scissors anyway. These seem to be dulling because I probably have sticky stuff on them. All right, I'm going to come up to the side here and just run it along because I want to get way up there in our crease. There we go. And I am trying to leave just a little bit of a white border around it just so that you can't see how shaky my lines are in cutting. And I promise you, after you do it a couple times, it really does get easier. And I do way better off camera fussy cutting than I do on camera. I think because I feel like it needs to be perfect whenever I do it on camera. Don't know why. I guess that's just me. All right, there we go. Let me trim this up just a little bit here. And there we go. There is our 4-leaf clover. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, we're gonna trim this down with our cutter. And we're just going to stick it into our paper trimmer here. We're going to line it up. And look what I did. Chopped it right on off, didn't I? Let's stamp that again. All right. Not doing so hot. I think I do better when I do a live now than I do whenever I'm not live. All right, let's try that again. Let's see if we can actually like line it up to not cut it off. There we go. All right, we're gonna trim off the ends as well because I don't want all that white on the end. And there's like a little piece right here, and I literally am letting my letter go right past it so that I know that it's about even on either side. That's how I line up with my trimmer. There's kind of like a glare that you'll see, and you'll see the letter come right past that, and that's when I trimmed. All right. Now let's take and start putting all of this together. So we are going to pop up our basic white piece. So we're going to grab our dimensionals. And the backings don't want to come off for this. There it goes. My fingers needed to get warmed up. There we go. All right, so then we're going to attach this on the card front in the center like that. We're going to take this piece right here. Now I want to show you this paper. This is called shimmer paper. I think it's what it's called. I'm trying to find it real quick because I wasn't planning on showing this to you, but I really want to show it to you. So it's called fine shimmer paper. Now, glitter paper, or glimmer paper as Stampin' Up! Calls it, is beautiful. And I love it because a great thing about Stampin' Up! Glimmer paper is that it doesn't have the glitter that ends up everywhere. But this is even better. One of the things that glimmer paper does is it actually dulls your blades much easier. This is a smooth, flat, thick. It's like as thick as cardstock, so it's not any thicker than your regular cardstock. It is only one-sided, which is fine, because obviously you're only going to use your glimmer side anyway, right? But it's smooth. And so it's shimmery. And so they've called it shimmer paper. There's also in the mini catalog what is called textured shimmer paper. And it is beautiful as well. I have to say that I am really impressed with this. And I hope they come out with more because I love it. I would like to have some of this in every color. All right, we're going to stick this right here through the center, and it's going to go from edge to edge. So it's going to extend past our edges of our white paper. We're going to pop up our 4-leaf clover. And we're going to stick that right about there. We'll do that. We are going to take our sentiment and we are going to put dimensionals on one side. We'll put one there and one there. And then we're going to take our seal and we're just going to put it on the other side. And then we will lay this right about here. And so it's hanging over our 4-leaf clover there. So now we're going to take our ribbon, my favorite ribbon, which I hope they don't get rid of anytime soon. I would love for them to keep it around for at least a couple more years, you know? And then we're gonna make this a little smaller, trim off our ends. Put our pin back on it because we all know that I will poke myself with it if I don't. Then we're gonna take a glue dot and we're gonna tuck it right up under the end, which is why we didn't put a dimensional there. So we're going to slide that just right about there and up under our little leaf there. And I got my dimensional stuck. There we go. All right, and then there is our ribbon. You can make the tail shorter if you want as well. And last but not least, we're going to add in our red and green adhesive packed pearls. And I'm going to grab my take your pick tool. And we're going to add a couple of them. Nope. Add one there. And we'll add one there. All right, there we go. There is the last card that I have for y'all using this set. And let me pull back in the projects that we made on Tuesday. So you've got all of these. And then, of course, our little box with our little goodie, our little hostess cake in it. And then don't forget the additional ones I shared. This one was done by Carol Hickman. These were some swaps that I received. So that one was Carol Hickman. And I'm going to post all of these on my Facebook page, so make sure you go over there and follow it. This was done by Carrie Blake. And then this was another one that I created. And then, of course, this is my team swap for the month. And I actually want to show you, so our team swap for this month was St. Patty's Day. So, of course, I showed you that one, which was done by Kathy. And then I got 2 more in the mail today from 2 other team members. And this one is done by Michelle. And then I also got this one from Melissa. So I'm loving it. I love that they are into St. Patty's Day as much as I am. And I love that everyone is using different things to create it. And actually it's kind of cool because they all used, so far all my team members have used hearts to create their St. Patty's Day. So great ideas. All right, everyone, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you later. Bye.